my dad was always a hard guy. He was very hard on us. And, sometimes some people say that, oh, your dad was too hard on you guys. But then that's what men are meant to be. Men are the one always go through all these hardships and all that. Then you become a provider for your family. You become the husband. You become the father. And then you need to provide.
But I hear that is what makes that drives you to do well in anything. Right?
In anything. So I always want to be the provider for people instead of the one who leeches of people. Yeah.
How do you think that supported you to? Do you think that supported you to be good in sales? That mindset that you want to provide.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think because that motivates you to do whatever you're doing, right? Whether you're opening a business or whatever, because you have the mindset that you want to provide for people and make other people's life better, that you are granted with all these blessings and all that. I am also very happy that I don't come from a wealthy family where my dad provided me with everything. So it's the total opposite. I come from maybe a lower middle class, and I now can provide for my dad and my mom because I built myself to be where I am today, right? And it's also because of the way my dad brought us up. He never gave us like whatever lah, Of course, I'm in a way more comfortable position than what I was as a son before. And now I have a son. But am I going to spoil him with the kind of lifestyle that I have earned, right? No, the answer is no. My daughter may get it, which is a debate in my household because my wife always says you got to treat them both the same, but I don't feel the same. My son has to earn it. My daughter will be given two different ways. Because men are providers, women are to be taken care of by a man, right? This whole thing about, equality in regards to when we go on a date, we should split it. That's bullshit. I feel it's always the role of a man to pay. And even today, my wife's a lawyer and she earns good amount of money. But whenever we go out for our dates or our dinners or grocery shopping or pouring petrol for the car or to washing the car, whatever, everything I do.
You insist, right?
I don't insist.
You just do it.
I just do it. I just do it. Because my father-in-law, I'm sure, was the man who used to do that for my wife before. To pour the petrol, to check on the car, to do these kind of things and all that. And similarly, that's the kind of thing I would do for my daughter as well. But I would want my son to be the guy who would do that for his sister and not let his sister go and pour petrol or do all those kind of things. Right? So whether people are going to agree to what I'm saying or not is solely up to them. We agree to disagree. It's all opinions. But this is my set of rules, my set of principles. That's it. Right? So that's how my household is run. You spend your money how you want to spend it. You want to take the kids out over the weekend and you want to splurge or whatever, you do it with your money. But if I am in that setting and we are all having a meal together, when the bill comes, I pay for it. Simple as that.
I got a sense that what drives you, and correct me if I'm wrong, is the need and the responsibility and the privilege to be able to provide.
Yes.
I was going to say like the response, but I think it's a privilege. 100%. It's a privilege, right? Being able to provide is a privilege.
It's a privilege.
And you have to earn it.
It's a blessing. I always tell my wife, I want to be the man that not only provides for my kids, but able to provide for my grandkids as well. When my daughter has a child and wants to send her to school, I want to be the granddad who says, don't worry about it. I'll pay for everything. When she or he finishes school, when my daughter is at work, my son-in-law is at work, I'll be the grandfather who gets the driver to take me to go and fetch her, and then I take her to Dome or him to Dome and have a meal there.
Nice.
You see, so the power of the mindset, because you think abundance, the universe will say, hey, you know what? I'm listening to you, my friend. I'm listening to what you're saying. And if you do everything right, I will bless you with it.
But it also demands that you do things that perhaps you're not comfortable with. Perhaps you have to push yourself a little bit
100%.
more. And then you have to start thinking, how do I make more money?
Yeah.
How do I provide more value, right?
If you want to do things that you're comfortable with, you will never acquire success.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell men, especially, wake up at 5, go to the gym, work out, bust your ass, because you can only reach success when you do things you're not comfortable doing. If you want to do the things that you're comfortable doing, you better just sit at home and be a fat fuck.
But that's the same thing for sales, isn't it? A lot
Yeah.
of people, do you think that a lot of people don't like sales because it is inherently uncomfortable,
Yeah, it is.
right?
100%.
Because
It's not comfortable. It's not a 9 to 5 job.
and it's not certain.
It's not certain.
You can put in 50 hours and you get nothing.
Yeah,
You can put in 100 hours and get nothing.
correct.
And you can
Sometimes you can put in 2 hours and get
everything.
a lot.
Like you,
everything.
3 days you got nothing,
Yeah,
right?
you know.
What other principles you have that you think is important when it comes to doing sales?
So I'll give you a scenario on my personal cars, how I handle that,
Yeah.
and also how I handle
New car sales.
new car sales, right?
Yeah.
So of course, new car sales, when a customer wants to come and see the car and test drive, I'm not going to tell the customer cannot lah. You know, I'm not going to tell the client like, oh, you cannot come, and are you sure you're going to buy the car now? Blah blah blah, and all these things. But I give you an example. Like a guy came to see one of my cars, and he told me like, us guys since you also collect cars, I also like cars. We come and see cars, we just come and see the car you backside itchy, want to go and see. I'm sure you also like that.
This is what he said. That's what I told to you.
Yeah,
And this is not in your, not in the showroom.
Not
this
in the
is your
showroom.
personal
This is my
cars.
personal car,
yeah,
right?
Okay.
So I told him, I said, no, I'm not like you. If I see a car and that particular model, I will just look at 10 other, maybe 3 other cars online, blah, 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 see, and I choose the best one. I'll tell the seller that, are you okay with this kind of pricing for me to come and look at your car?
Yeah.
Then I go and look at the car. That day, I will buy the car on the spot. No such thing for me as I'm going to think about it. I'm going to ask my home minister, my wife, my grandfather, my grandmother, whether I can buy the car. My house renovation, I just finished. I need to get back money. All I won't do because it's a waste of time. I value people's time just like how I expect other people to value my time. If you don't know how to value my time, you are disrespecting me. And I would never want to disrespect someone else as well on their time, right? So I don't like being late. I don't like people being late on my time. I like to be punctual. So these are all crucial matters, right? And sometimes in sales, you have clients who disrespect your time as well. So I tell the client now straight away, like if I'm going to deliver your car at 2 o'clock, I expect you to be there at 2 o'clock or 2:15. If you come at 2:45, I'll tell you I got 15 minutes to deliver your car and then I'm off because I got another delivery to do. I got to meet another client. So I won't be like, oh, it's okay for the customer to come late and blah, blah, blah. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of sales guy, right? I tell you this is my time. Simple. I'm a professional,
Then, Pandit, I want to ask you a question on that, right? When you enact this kind of request to your clients, right? Do they still repeat buy from you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, right?
Yeah.
So we say, oh, we can't do this. I scared this. They won't buy from me anymore.
Yeah.
But actually,
no, even if they buy or they don't buy, I cannot lower my values I cannot lower my principles as well. This is what I abide to. If you don't respect my principles as my customer, client, or friend, then you're not fit to be my friend. Simple as that. Or my client. You got to go with another salesperson and I will handle somebody else. That's why there's so many different sort of individuals, right? So I don't want to have a client who disrespects me as even a human. You make me wait for 1 hour and you expect me to do what? Just because you're my customer, I'm supposed to say, oh my God, I got to wait for you. I got to kowtow to you. No, that shouldn't work. No sales individual should be that. And no clients should take advantage on a salesperson just because you're a client. Just similarly how you wouldn't like someone to take advantage of your time, you shouldn't do that to others as well. Correct?
Yep, that's true.
Absolutely. Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it also sounds like you are not willing to give up respect for a sales.
Yeah.
Give up. So it's another counterintuitive. Some people they're willing to throw things away.
Yeah.
Because this is what I learned now. When you give up your principles to get something you want, is what we call it a loss of integrity.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of
You lose a part of yourself.
Yeah. It's not always about the money.
Yeah, and then you lose one piece. It's okay. You get one sale. Maybe you get what you get. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do.
Yeah.
But if you keep doing it, one time, two time, it eats away at you.
It becomes a habit.
You lose yourself.
Correct.
Right? You lose yourself.
100%.
You lose your zest. You know,
Yeah.
you lose the sparkle in your eyes. You know that who when you go and talk to somebody, you're there, right?
Yeah.
There's a human there. There's a spirit inside you. But when you keep sacrificing your principles to get something, it's like you are, like you are. I don't know another better word for it, like you are. I don't know.
You're a ghost lah.
No, not really. I'd say a ghost. Dead. But I think
Soulless lah.
yeah, soulless. You're giving away part of yourself to get something.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to sacrifice yourself to get something, and then once you give everything, you're nothing.
Yeah.
Right? No, it's not. You won't remember that guy. You won't. There's no character. There's no shine. There's no joy. You know. There's no interaction. Right? There's just this person doing this. Right?
Yeah.
So you have a few set of very counterintuitive, I notice, principles. No, even don't never give up your values to get a sale. So like what you said, the guy was treating a receptionist very poorly, right? I think that's borderline abuse, throwing things at people, right?
That's borderline.
Yeah. And then you went and told the person off, right? And it's not your job. It wasn't your job to do it. Your job was to sell cars, but still you stood up. And then the guy obviously left, right?
He left.
Never came back.
Never came back. But yeah, so well, just like that, you know, it's just in me to stand up for other people if you're being bullied or being abused.
So for you, that's your value. And
that's my value.
Stuck by it.
I would stand by anybody. For a matter of fact, if somebody snatches a chain from someone, I'll literally be able to stop them from snatching. Take the thing back. So
yeah. So it's kind of funny, because sometimes you look at mainstream. Okay, I think a lot of people who are not in sales or not a professional in sales, they think that getting the sales is everything. But it's funny that I talk to people who are very good in sales. They have a lot of sales. They do very well in sales, but they will say sales is not everything. It's very funny. It's very counterintuitive. Like the more you give it too much significance, then the more weaker you become to it. But then people who do very well, they don't make sales so significant. They make other things more significant, like value, self-respect, my principles, etc., etc. Those are the things that make you, I think, make someone good at sales.
It is all about how you manage, all about how you look at things. My perspective of things is in a certain way. Another individual will be like, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to blah, 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 blah.
When you have that kind of, this is too difficult.
Yeah.
Then you will have that air around your customers. They'll feel it, right?
Yeah. And for example, whenever I sell my personal cars, like my collection, I don't take my cars to JPJ. I leverage it to someone else, a runner to do it. But there are some people who want to save every penny and dime that they will personally take their car to JPJ to save that couple of bucks. They personally want to go to JPJ to save this couple of bucks. So I don't like doing that. So when somebody asks me, hey, why you paying 150? They want only like 40 bucks only what? I say, it's an ecosystem.
Yeah.
I let him also make money.
Yeah.
Right? The guy is also doing the job.
Yeah.
For me, that 2 hours, I can do so many things with my family. I can go out. The 2 hours, I can take my daughter and my wife out and my son out to go and have a nice meal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's a perspective of how you look at things. How you want. I like things to be easy. If somebody is going to make 70 bucks, 80 bucks, 100 bucks from me by doing me a favor, I consider it a favor. Of course, for him it's a job, but for me it's a favor because I got somebody to do a 2-hour job and paying him money. For me, time is very crucial, very important. How I maximize my time makes a difference in my life.
If I want to go up, I want to grow, I want to expand my life, I want to be a better salesperson, better provider, right? So what are the things that you would avoid? Like say, okay, no, I won't hang out with this group of people.
People who complain. Every time I want to complain, I won't hang out with them.
Why so?
But for example, if you go to a makan shop and then you eat the food and you drink the teh tarik or whatever and it's not nice, you say, hey, no lah, this one. That one is okay. But complaining about life, about oh, I'm so miserable, I can't do this or this, I'm very tired every
my
time.
wife did this,
my wife did this, my that one all cannot lah. Everybody's gonna have a downtime, regardless of how wealthy you are or whatever lah, right?
If you look at it in another logical way, poor people got poor people problem. Rich people got rich people problem. Right? Father got father problem, mother got mother problem.
Yeah.
Right? Being a son also got problem.
Yeah.
Being anything also got
Anything
problem.
got problem.
The only time you have no problem in your life is when you're dead.
Yeah.
Then you become someone else's problem.
Yes, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
I think every human has been blessed with an intelligence, creativity, and spirit to deal with something. Just that not willing to embrace that power, right?
Yeah.
Complaining is easier.
Yeah.
Solid, because I think maybe our audience got mix of not only doing business, doing sales, but maybe some people are doing, for example, network marketing. Now I'm in network marketing.
Yeah,
Right? I've been
yeah.
doing this for 10 years, right? And I used to be anyone I take, anyone I recruit, anyone want to join, I take them. But I noticed that when I start having these are my criteria for working with me. You can't buy my support, you know. You cannot just because you pay money and you join my team, then you get my support, right?
Yeah.
There's certain set of like I won't say rules, but certain things must be there to be workable.
Yep. 100%.
We cannot work if you're always, for example, if you're always blaming me, how can I work with you?
Yeah.
There's no workability. There's no, any problem come, cannot solve because it's always a blame game.
100%.
Versus, okay, how can we improve this, right? Things happen. Shit happens, right?
Yep.
So I start, and what you're telling people is that you know, and this is so important, but I just want everyone to really hear what Prakaash is saying. Like he know that this is not going to work, right? And that's it. It's not about ego.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
about
yeah.
being right.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the kind thing to do because
Yeah.
you know why put yourself with this person?
Correct, yeah.
And you know that it's going to be really really bad.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And someone has to say, you know what, this is not going to work. You know, I love you.
Just like a relationship, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't
simple.
work.
Yeah.
It's a
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend.
If you're looking for a way to increase your income and looking for different businesses to do, I know what most of you are thinking. It's a lot of risk, it's a lot of capital involved. I don't know what to do. And that's why I created Team Infinity Academy, where we not only provide a way for people to get into the business world without forking a lot of capital, but we also provide the education and the vehicle. We have a way that I use to make my money, right? This is the business I run. And I want to teach people how to utilize my business to build a life of their dreams. Now, if you're interested to find out more, there is a preview. We're looking for the right business partners. And inside that business discovery session, you'll find out how this business can support you to build the life that you want to live. If you're interested to find out more, link in the description below. And sign up for one of our webinars. Will be mostly hosted by myself. See you there.